Thanks for joining us at the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Today, we're going to look at some interesting facts about volunteer plants. So, what is a volunteer plant? A volunteer plant is one that grows on its own. That is, it was not deliberately planted by anyone. Some of these plants, like squash, tomatoes, and melons, are, well, promiscuous. They will cross with themselves randomly and wildly. If you ever come across a volunteer plant, be sure to check on it often, or it may take over your entire garden. Today, we are going to take a look at some volunteers that showed up in this garden. For example, this is, or maybe I should say, was a pineapple bed. However, this huge volunteer pigeon peas tree decided to plant itself in the bed. It's a classic volunteer, but it's a good one. It isn't harming the bed. It's just borrowing the space only for a season. Similarly, some good people may come into your life just for a season. Take care of them. Like this plant, they will reward you with bounties of joy and happiness. Maybe we should name this bed Pigeon Pine. Next, this second pineapple bed got a new volunteer friend, papaya plants. Papaya trees can grow very tall, so this one will have to be transplanted in a more appropriate place in the garden where it can thrive at its best. Some people may come into your life, but suddenly they transplant themselves in other places where they can thrive and grow. Let them go. Maybe we should call this bed Papine. Check out these volunteer peppers in another pineapple bed. These peppers are promiscuous. There's not one, not two, not three, but four of them. They took over most of the bed. We'll have to just train, prune, and care for them so that they will mature into the vegetables that they were meant to be. There are people who come into your life who need to be trained and treated as people that they were destined to be. Should we name this bed Pepine? Now, take a look at this volunteer pumpkin vine crawling from underneath the June plum tree. It even has a blooming flower a potential pumpkin. Isn't it just like people who show up in your life unexpectedly, like a blooming flower? Those people often produce fruits like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, and goodness. Let's name this Junekin. Then there's the scallions that were planted at the corner of this bed. However, these volunteer papaya trees decided to park themselves between the scallions. They, obviously, cannot be allowed to mature in such a small space. They too will be transplanted in an appropriate space. When people try to take over your life, do not encourage them. Pray for them. Establish your boundaries and move forward. What should we call this bed? Papalion? Thanks for watching.